Hey y'all, it's Steve, Hobo with Wood, and in this video I'm going to introduce you to the Fortner farm. So hang around, I finished my last design for the farm and it's going to be a grain silo, and I want to show you that design in LightBurn and the finished product. Don't go anywhere. So I've been absent this week on YouTube because I've been busy designing, refining, redesigning, scrapping, starting over, and coming up with my last piece of the puzzle for the Fortner farm, or the Hobo farm. And it's a grain silo. And I started out, I had this one here, and there were some things about it that I liked. Some things about it I didn't like, and so I went back to the drawing board and redesigned it and came up with this final design, which is this one, which is similar but completely different. Excuse me. Got a little work shed there on the side, the grain silo, or the grain elevator, and ladder for service and maintenance, whatever has to be done. I ain't going inside no grain silo, but I understand they have to do that on occasion. So this is the finished product. Lots of detail. Got the shingles on the roof and lap siding and windows on the shed. Even the additional lines on the grain elevator, those are added detail that I put into this to make it blend in with the living hinge on the rest of the silo. And I'm going to jump over into LightBurn and show you this design in LightBurn and what to expect from it. So this is the entire grain silo. I took 3 pieces of 12 by 12 material to engrave it. And I've got these nested really nice so that you can do it with just the 3 pieces of the grain silo, or 3 pieces of material. Now this one is going to take up pretty much one entire piece, and that's the body of the silo and the ladder. Then this is the roof of the shed, the 3 sides of the shed, the 4 reinforcement rings, and then this right here, this inner circle of this reinforcement with that square, don't throw that away. That is actually part that goes with this piece, which is part of the bottom reinforcement for the roof once you've assembled it. So you've got 3 pieces of shed nested inside the reinforcement rings, and then this whole circle with that square cut out. That's not trash. That is a piece that you need for this down here. So be aware of that when you take it off the laser. And then this piece over here, which has your top piece with or that's the bottom, I should say, the bottom with the reinforcement piece for the silo to snap into. This is where your shed will snap in, your grain silo, and your ladder. And then this is the top, and there's the place for the ladder. And then this is the grain silo, or the grain elevator. I keep saying silo. That's the grain elevator. Got a living hinge on it. And then these are engraved lines just to give it that matched siding or matched look, where you've got all of the cuts from the living hinge on the silo. Now the grain elevator blends right in with those engraved markings. And then we've got the lap siding with all the detail around the door frame, and the same goes with the windows. And the shakes for the shingles. So it's, it takes a while to cut this out. This is, especially this living hinge here. I'm working with the 30 watt Roly MK2, and this first panel, the estimated time is 17 minutes. The next one, an hour and 33, so an hour 40, hour 50, yeah, hour and 50 minutes. And lastly, another 40 minutes to 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours just to cut this design out. Now, in order to prep this, I pre-painted this piece of material, and I pre-painted this piece of material because this piece has got the shed and the roof. I did not paint that, obviously. I cut everything out and then took, and actually I didn't even paint the roof or the top of the silo until I had it fully assembled, the lid that is. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a quick video. That ain't gonna be that quick, because this is a puzzle to put together. You know, it's 2.5 hours to cut it out, and it's a puzzle to put together. I went a different route. If you look, you can find a lot of these grain silos on Etsy and places that have laser files. But those guys all went with the reinforcement rings on the exterior of the silo. Don't know why. It might be easier to put together slightly. Don't know. But I didn't like having all those external rings. I wanted to keep it as clean as possible, so I went and put the rings inside. So when you're putting those together, if you watch this assembly video, it will help you, because I've done a couple of these now and I've learned a few shortcuts. I'm going to do this. I won't do it in real time. Obviously, it takes too long. So I'm going to show. I'll show the assembly part first, and that will also be sped up just a little bit. And then I'm also going to show the Roly Lasermatic doing its thing, cutting out all these pieces, and I'll set all of this to music. Nothing that I've used, artificial intelligence to create. I'll find some really good music to listen to, and put that to these videos, so you'll have some entertainment, and hopefully you'll learn a little bit and see and how to put this together and minimize any stumbling blocks or roadblocks that you might fall into when you try to put it together. So let me show you this lid. So when you glue the lid up, you'll see in the video, you just grab the two ends and wrap them around together. I use super glue and some accelerator and put it together really quick. But inside, you've got a small, skinny little post that slides in from the top. You've got a little ring that goes through so that it doesn't go all the way through the top. And on the underside, it comes through, that little pin comes through and protrudes through two different pieces, a large ring and then the smaller ring. The smaller ring is the one I told you be aware of. You're going to need it. And then there's a little C-clip that slides on there and hooks onto, and I super glued that on there, and so it's not going anywhere. But that smaller ring is the same size as the smaller inner diameter, and that way when you put it on there, it lines up. There you go, and fits on there, and you got proper placement. So you'll see all that in the video, but I wanted to explain it because the assembly also is just going to be a music montage, if you will. I won't be doing any talking. This will be the end of Hobo speaking in this video. The entire file is available on hobowithwood.com. The entire farm file. I've got the silo, the windmill, the Ford truck. I think it's about a 50 or 53 Ford truck, and it's about 5.5. Actually, there's two versions of the farm truck. There's one at scale for the barn, about 5.5 inches or so, and then there's a larger one. This one, narrow, skinny. That's not the right ratio or aspect ratio, but it's made for doing like bookshelves or sitting on a shelf, and you can put elf on a shelf, a little Christmas tree, or fill it full of pumpkins for Thanksgiving or fall. But there's two different sizes of the farm truck in there. The windmill, the silo, the barn with the barn quilt. All of that is a package now on Hobo with Wood. If you've got all the other ones, the silo is available independently. So let's get to the assembly video, and then it'll cut to the Roly doing its thing. So thanks for your patience this week. I wanted to get this finished for the patrons. I try to get out a new file every week for the patrons. I really try. And patrons, I appreciate your support more than I can express. For those who are not aware, patreon.com/hobowithwood. Gold supporters get all of my digital files for free. For free. I've got close to $600 some odd worth of files on hobowithwood.com right now. Gold supporters get all the digital files for free for a $20 a month support. But to prevent people from taking advantage of me and downloading $600 worth of files and then canceling their support, like John did, he actually did $530. The gold support is throttled to $40 a month in downloads. So you can get twice your support in downloads every month. But if you've downloaded your $40 worth and I just come out with this brand new silo and you're like, hey, I really want that silo, but I don't want to wait till next month, you just send me a message and I will send that file directly to you. I will not make you wait an entire month to get a new file if that's what you so desire. Silver gets 80% off all digital files, and bronze gets 60% off all digital files. So patreon.com/hobowithwood, and of course the website is hobowithwood.com. I appreciate, I've got people all over the place out here. I keep getting distracted. Don't know what's going on. It's like there's a parade and there's not any traffic supposed to be. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Hang around, watch this assembly video, and then if you want to watch the Roly do its thing, hang around for that too. So again, thanks patrons for all your support, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream and or in the next video. Thanks for tuning in, guys.